baby shark, you know. Someday, I want to be a daddy shark.
Tenda, I wanted to talk to you about something. I turned around to see a Shijima behind me. My eyes widened as my face turned bright red. Yes, Wakatoshi-kun. It's about my spikes. What did you think about it? Why is he asking me about what I think about it? He never asked anyone about this before. Tenda. I asked you if you thought my spikes were good. They were amazing like always, Wakatoshi-kun. Are you sure? Yes, Wakatoshi-kun. You're amazing. He smiled and patted my head. Thank you. It means a lot coming from you. My face started to heat up. What does he mean by it means a lot coming from you? Ashijima, the team and me are going out to eat. Do you wanna join us? Sure. Tenda, would you like to come too? I smiled but turned to my left to see Semi giving me a weird look. Before turning to look at Ashijima, I looked down and shook my head. I'm fine. I'll talk to you later, Wakatoshi-kun. I ran out of gym and to the bathroom with tears in my eyes. I rushed into one of the stalls and locked myself in it. I'm a monster. Just an ugly, worthless monster. What was I thinking talking to someone like him? He was just being nice. He probably felt bad for me. As if he would ever like me. I'm Tenda Satori. A monster that nobody wants in their life. Everyone if better off without me. I started coughing. My eyes widened as blood spat out of my mouth. It's getting worse. It's almost time. I took a piece of toilet paper and wiped the sides of my mouth. I opened the stall door and walked over to the sink and leaned over it, starting to cough out more blood. Once I was done, I wiped the sides of my mouth with a piece of toilet paper and sighed. The world. It's unfair. I was about to walk out when a Shijima walked into the bathroom. Are you okay? I got worried when you just ran out of the gym like that. I looked down. Why are you talking to me? Is it cause you feel bad for me? What? I shot my head up. Why are you talking to someone like me? Why are you being so nice? Do you know who I am? I'm Tenda Satori, the freak. The monster everyone hates. So why is a Shijima Wakatoshi talking to me? You're not a freak nor a monster, you're far from that. You're unique. You're different from others, that's why I wanted to talk and get to know you. Unique. Yeah, you're different from others in the school. I don't know how to explain it, but you're amazing. I never heard someone call me amazing before. You're amazing, Wakatoshi-kun. The bell rung. A Shijima looked up at the speaker then down at me smiling. Do you wanna walk home together, Tenda? We can get to know each other. You can tell me about yourself while I walk you home. A Shijima smiled. I nodded my head and smiled back. I'll love to walk home with you. A Shijima reached out his hand. Wanna hold hands? Oh sure. I placed my hand in a Shijima's and smiled as my cheeks turned bright pink. We walked out of the school building, hold hands as people around us started whispering and staring at us. Wakatoshi, people are staring at you. Are you sure you wanna walk home with? I don't care what they think. I don't have to please or fit in with anyone. I can talk with whoever I want. And I can't to talk and walk with you, Satori. A Shijima turned to his side, facing me and smiled. So tell me about yourself. What do you do in your free time? I like to sing, but it's kinda embarrassing. But I also like to curl up in my bed and wrap myself in a blanket while watching anime. Tenda. Are you single? I'm just asking. I'm sorry if it's too personal. I'm just curious. I'm single. A Shijima stopped walking, causing me to do the same. I looked up. Why did you stop? I just think that you're too amazing to be single. You think so? I mean, your personality is amazing and you're really good looking. Thank you. Nobody ever said such sweet things to me before. Hey, I'm Satori. Yes. Would you like to meet some of my friends? They go to different schools and they're all very nice. I'm sure you'll love them. Are you sure? Yeah. You should meet them. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure. Great. Are you free tomorrow? Yes. I lied. Okay, great. Now how about I get you home already? Oh, I'm okay. I wish I never lied that day. Maybe I would have more time. Me and Ashijima talked the whole way to my house. I waved him goodbye and smiled as I watched him walk away. I opened my door and stepped in, closing the door behind me. I wish I can restart everything. I'm sorry, Wakatoshi. It was the next day, the day I'm supposed to meet Wakatoshi's friends. I tried to dress well, but I didn't have any cool clothing. I only have black shirts and hoodies to go over them. So I wore that. Suddenly I heard a knock on the door downstairs. I rushed downstairs to open the door to see Wakatoshi standing there smiling. Are you ready to go, Satori? Yeah. Lem just put on my shoes. Wakatoshi nodded. I slipped my foot in my shoes. I looked up at Wakatoshi and smiled. I'm ready now. Ashijima nodded his head and smiled. Wanna hold hands? Sure. I placed my hand in Wakatoshi's and smiled as my cheeks turned a bright pink. Let's go, they must be waiting on us. I giggled. I stepped out of my house and closed the door behind me, locking it while holding Wakatoshi's hand. While walking to the mall his friend were at, we talk about ourselves, but I didn't tell him everything about me. He'll find out soon. We finally made it to the mall. We walked in to see a group of high schoolers talking. Ashijima and I walked over to the group. You're late. We've been standing here for 30 minutes. Don't be like that, Iwa-chan. Who's the redhead? My eyes widened. This is Tendao. I met him yesterday. Hello Tendao. It's nice to meet you. My name is Hinata. You remind me of a baby. I'm not that short. The others started to laugh. It's not funny. Boke Hinata Boke. I'm gonna call you Chibi-chan. Or, that's cute. He's a stupid orange. Talk to me when you're not obsessed with dinos. Oh. Don't ask me or Yams for help for when you have a test and need help studying. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I giggled, causing the others to look at me. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are just funny. How about we start doing some shopping? Finally. I need a new game. This one is getting old. And I need some more Bibles. I had a fun time, they all were funny. Kind and fun to be around. They didn't give me any weird looks and they didn't judge me for how I looked. For once in my life I felt loved. I felt loved by more than one person. I was finally happy. Wakatoshi. Thank you. Ashijima's POV. I smiled and walked closer to Tendao. You're welcome, Satori. Today was really amaz. Before Tendao can finish his sentence he fainted. Tendao. I got on my knees and shook Tendao's body but he didn't move. Tendao. Someone call the ambulance. Ashijima, what happened? He just fainted in front of me. Tears began to form in my eyes. I called them, they should be on their way. Ashijima, calm down, I'm sure he'll be okay. People started to gather around us, staring and whispering. What if he's hurt? He's going to be okay. We'll make sure of it. I held Tendao's hand tightly as the tears rolled down my cheeks. Please Tendao, please be okay, I can't lose you. Finally the ambulance arrived. They took Tendao to the nearest hospital as I prayed that he was alright. Let's go. Go where? To the hospital Tendao is going to. I have to see if he's okay. Ashijima, maybe you should wait till they call you or. I can't wait. Let's go now. The others nodded. They took a bus to the hospital Tendao was being sent at. As soon as the bus stopped in front of the hospital I ran out of the bus. The other followed me from behind. Ashijima, slowed down. I have to see if Tendao is okay. I saw them taking Tendao inside. I rushed up to one of the males. What happened to him? Is he hurt? Is he going to be okay? Please calm down. He's going to be okay. We will run some tests to see if there is any problems. For now take a seat inside. I nodded, making my way inside as the others following me. We all sat down in the waiting room. Yamaguchi rubbed my back smiling. I'm sure he's fine, Ashijima, you don't have to worry. He probably just fainted from the big crowd. Yeah, I'm sure he's alright. But he seemed happy all day. He even thanked me. If it was because of the crowd, then why didn't he faint from the beginning? Who knows? He probably didn't get enough sleep. Just calm down, Ashijima. He'll be alright. If something was wrong with Tendao he would have told you. That's what I thought too. I guess I was wrong. Why didn't you tell me, Tendao? You're right. It's probably nothing. I just hope. Excuse. Who is Tsukishima? That's me. Tsukishima stood up from his seat. We ran some test to see what the problem was. Is he alright? We ran the test, nothing bad showed up. I went back to his room to see he was awake. Really, can we go see him? No. I walked in and he was throwing up blood. What? I thought you said nothing came up when you ran the test. Yes, but this is an illness I've never seen before, and I've been working here for a long time. In fact, none of the doctors saw something like this. He doesn't have cancer or any of those things. But can I please talk to him? Yes. Do you want us to come with you, Ashijima? No, I want to talk to Tendao alone. Okay, we will be waiting here. Follow me. Be careful, he seems very sick. I walked in the room to see Tendao. He looked so pale. The doctor closed the door behind me as I stood there looking at Tendao. Tears began to form in my eyes. I walked closer, taking a chair and placing it on the side of Tendao's bed. I sat down and held his hand tightly. Tendao, I'm sorry, Wakatoshi. I didn't want to worry you. How long have you been sick for? It started last year. I didn't tell you cause I didn't want to worry you. I didn't want you to know that I was dying. I just didn't want to hurt you, Wakatoshi. Tendao, I was supposed to have surgery today, but when you asked me to go meet your friends I couldn't say no. So I lied. Why, Tendao? Why didn't you just tell me? Even if it hurted me. Cause for once I didn't feel like I was dying. I forgot about all my problems. I was happy, Wakatoshi. You should have had that surgery. Tendao laughed. It wouldn't change anything. It would have gave me just an extra month or more to live. It doesn't change the fact that I'm dying. But you could have stayed longer. You could have maybe be with me. Wakatoshi. Tendao, I love you. Wakatoshi-kun. Tears rolled down my cheek as I cried, holding Tendao's hand tightly. I liked you since the day I saw you in the hall singing that song you always song. You were always full of energy. There was never a day where I saw you upset, even when people gave you weird looks. You kept it on the inside, you never wanted to show them you were sad or upset. I wanted to talk to you, but I was always scared, and when I tried to would always run the other way. I thought you was just avoiding me. So when I finally got to talk to you yesterday I was happy. If I knew you were sick I would have talked to you before yesterday. I wish I didn't wait so long. Maybe I would have had more time with you. Wakatoshi. I love you. You know, red is my favorite color, but I didn't think I would end up fearing it. Tendao giggled. You know, Wakatoshi-kun, even if my time here was short, I'm glad I got to spend my last moments with you. So, thank you for talking to me. That. Tendao's hands felt cold. It was over. Tendao had passed away. Thank you, Tendao. Thank you for being a part of my life. I will never forget you. We'll be together soon. It's been a few years since the passing of Tendao, and even though he's gone it still feels like he's still here. Who knew someone's favorite color can become something they fear?
In. Breathe out.
Baby girl.